we're going rockin' up.
Hey guys, what is up and welcome to another Did You Know featuring Vayne. Please don't forget, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and even share it. It helps me a lot. Thanks. Now without any further ado, let us jump straight into her abilities. Though Tumble is a great tool for making Vayne extremely mobile, it cannot go through many of the walls. However, when it comes to things like Anivia's wall, Jarvan's Cataclysm, or Trundle's Pillar, a well-timed Q can simply go through these walls without any problem. It is important to remember that Vayne's Q does reset her auto attack. This means that you can auto attack a minion or champion, press Q, and do another one almost instantly. An important thing to remember is that the cooldown on Tumble does not begin until the attack is made from the Tumble or the Tumble effect runs out. This is important to remember when being chased or running away. Another thing to note is that the Tumble effect does not work on towers. As you can see here, I use Tumble and the Tumble effect is still constantly active as I am attacking the turret. One thing people may overlook is that Vayne's E, Condemn, can actually proc a mark of her W. Condemn is a very useful tool to stun enemies, however, it cannot be used to stun people against something like Anivia's Wall or Jarvan's Cataclysm. Even though Runan's Hurricane does make Vayne do 3 auto attacks, Vayne's W does not proc on all 3 targets but only on the main one that you are focusing. An important and quick way to proc Vayne's W is to auto attack, use your Q to tumble and reset the auto attack, and then use the E to finish it off with the 3rd proc. Here's a pretty interesting one. If Warwick were to ulti a target and Vayne condemned him but not stunned him, the Warwick ulti continues to keep going on the target. However, if the same thing is done to Malzahar's ultimate stops. Since Vayne is a very mobile champion, a good juke to do with this champion is to pop your ulti, Q in one direction, and then begin to run in the complete opposite direction as you are still invisible. Vayne's tumble can be used in very close situations to avoid enemy skill shots. As you can see here, Ashe throws your arrow and Vayne tumbles it at the last second. Vayne's passive tends to make her run a lot faster when she's chasing an enemy champion, but not when she is running away. As you can see here, if I'm facing an enemy champion, I am running faster. However, if I am facing an enemy champion that's in a bush or is stealth, the passive is not active. A cool thing about Vayne is that blind doesn't have as much of an effect on her as usual champions. As you can see here, as I'm blinded, the Q attack damage still goes through to Teemo. A neat thing about Vayne is that when you pop her ultimate, she actually brings out that big ass crossbow that's always on her back to destroy her enemies. Alright, enough about the skills, let's jump into some really cool facts about the champion Vayne. Did you know that Vayne's first name is Shauna, and also that Vayne's past and name seem to reference Bruce Wayne, Shauna Vayne, as in her childhood, her parents were tortured and they were killed, and she ended up using her parents' vast fortune to continue living and training in order to destroy any other evildoers. Doesn't that sound very similar to Batman's backstory? In the default artwork for Vayne, you can see Earth's graveyard in the very back, as well on the right you can see Yorick's shovel. In the Heartseeker Vayne, which is the Valentine's skin for this champion, you can see Mundo shot down in the background, and also Vayne is reading Mundo's card that he wrote. In the Chinese version of the same skin, you can see TF's shadow in the background as well. I wonder what she's doing with all these champions. But that is it for this episode of Did You Know? I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please don't forget to give a like, a comment, and even share this video if you liked it, because it helps me quite a lot. If you have any suggestions on who I should do next for this series, please write it in the comments below and I will take all comments to heart. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Peace!